motherfucker, Thug Nation alert. Keep his name on the streets till you lay in the dirt.
I would rather tell a young black male to educate his mind, arm yourself, and be free and defend yourself.
Don't let him jack you up, back you up, crack you up, and pimp smack you up. You gotta learn to hold your own.
Then, you know, just sit there and turn the other cheek. So whatever message that sends out, that's the kind of message it is.
That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
Some things will never change.
Recently, I heard a Tupac record,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so powerful, I almost cried.
Wow.
So when he played up with the other day, I was listening to the radio, and they played "All I See Is Faces." All I see is racist faces.
Oh yeah. Changes. I think.
Man, I dare you to listen to that when you get off this live, and just listen to it and think about all the shit we go through with Trayvon Martin or Mike Brown or with the police brutality and all this shit going on. And it's so powerful. And the other day I heard it and I said to myself, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I've always loved Tupac. I've always loved his music, but you know, I was more of a B.I.G. Biggie's my man, my brother personally.
Yeah.
I had certain reservations, but now when I get to study the life of Tupac, and he came up under Black Panthers, and who his stepfather was and who his mother, and then when you hear this power,
He went to art school. He studied poetry. He read
music. This man was telling us what was going on ahead of time. He said, "Yo, we gotta eat better. We gotta this shit 20 years ago. The shit he was talking about." So, powerful, man. He was powerful.
Only Gab can do it like this.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is Machiavelli Media. Before I get started with this video, let me say a very powerful rest in peace to George Floyd. Damn shame. You know, my last video was about Tupac's song Changes. The young rapper Polo G out of Chicago did a remix of sorts, or a remake of Tupac Changes, and I just brought up the idea how fitting it was that the same problems Tupac faced in his generation, almost 30 years later, this generation is facing the same problems and dilemmas. Either the same day I put my video out, or the very next day, Fat Joe went on his Instagram Live and he gave an in-depth reaction to his innermost feelings over Tupac's song Changes.
Recently, I heard a Tupac record,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so powerful, I almost cried.
Wow.
So when he played up with the other day, I was listening to the radio, and they played "All I See Is Faces." All I see is racist faces.
Oh yeah. Changes. I think.
Man, I dare you to listen to that when you get off this live, and just listen to it and think about all the shit we go through with Trayvon Martin or Mike Brown or with the police brutality and all this shit going on. And it's so powerful. And the other day I heard it and I said to myself, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I've always loved Tupac. I've always loved his music, but you know, I was more of a B.I.G. Biggie's my man, my brother personally.
Yeah.
I had certain reservations, but now when I get to study the life of Tupac, and he came up under Black Panthers, and who his stepfather was and who his mother, and then when you hear this power,
He went to art school. He studied poetry. He read
music. This man was telling us what was going on ahead of time. He said, "Yo, we gotta eat better. We gotta this shit 20 years ago." the shit he was talking about. So,
Yeah.
powerful, man. He was powerful.
Now keep in mind, this is a whole day or two before the George Floyd murder. And Fat Joe just went into, basically what I said about Tupac changes being powerful. When I was discussing Polo G's version as well. And he just said that, Tupac music was ahead of its time. Tupac even had a plan for us to live better, eat better, treat each other better. Fat Joe was very honest and forthright in his opinion of Tupac because, yes, he said Biggie was his homeboy. Biggie was his brother. But he said the more he looked into Tupac's music, the more he learned about Tupac. In his words, he said powerful. Tupac was a very powerful man. The irony in all of this is changes.
Instead of war on poverty, they got a war on drugs so the police can bother me.
Some things will never change. People are hurt, man. People are hurt from the brutality that they face on a daily basis. It's no more compassion out here. It's no more empathy. And to be honest, for us, it never was. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I make these videos. Because when they took Tupac from us, they took much more than just a rapper. Much more than just the actor. Tupac was an activist, man. Tupac stood against poverty. Tupac stood up against racism, man. Tupac fought for injustice, man. Tupac was a leader. And I guarantee you, if Tupac was alive right now, he would have something to say. He would be in the front line of what's going on right now with these police officers killing unarmed black people. Jay-Z and Meek Mills came together. They made an announcement. They was about to do something. I'm like, uh-oh. They about to give out masks. And that's cool because we need those too, but we need a presence. We need our celebrities and our politicians to take a stand, just like Tupac did. And until they do that, they'll never be on the same level as Pac. I don't care how many records they sell. They got to stand up. We got to stand up. The crazy part about changes is that Tupac was a teenager when he wrote it his damn self. So to be that deep and that, that into tune what's going on around you, man, is remarkable. And like I said, the message is still relevant and clear today as any point in time in history. The right now, living in the moment. Yes. Some things will never change, man. The song changes. It plays like a soundtrack to the current events that are unfolding right before your eyes. Fat Joe was talking to a member of, the ASAP Rocky clique. And, he just was telling them, I dare you to go listen to Changes and think about all the things we've seen. The Trayvon Martins, the Freddie Gray. You know what I mean? Go ahead and listen to that and apply it, to the countless murders we saw take place by the hands of authority. Listen to Changes. I dare you. This was a whole day before what happened to George Floyd. So I'm daring you, knowing what you know now, go ahead and watch CNN and then go listen to Changes. some things will never change. I need you guys to share and like this video. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Machiavelli Media. I'm your homie Gab. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.
Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I fix myself?